what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Mash and Drum Whiskey Wednesday night here on the YouTubes, on the Bourbon Tube. What's going on, everybody? Let me put this away. Hope everyone is ready for a fun night because we got a lot of cool stuff we're going to taste through. Kind of came up with this crazy idea that I like literally. So tonight, before I left here, I left to go celebrate my girlfriend's brother's birthday. So happy birthday, Joe. We went out for dinner but right before I left, I got like this crazy delivery from UPS. All these boxes came. So I think a couple of them I know what's in it, but there were a few that I don't know what's in there. So I feel like let's crack them open tonight. And if there's anything cool in there, we could do kind of a first quick review on. We'll do that tonight. So who knows what's in these boxes? Who knows what else we'll review? So that should be a lot of fun. Plus, we're going to talk. We're going to talk about some bourbon pricing articles that have been out there in kind of the whiskey verse as of late. There's a really, really great article that was just written up by at Breaking Bourbon. So we'll go through that a little bit because I feel like there's a huge divide that's happening in whiskey pricing, I think, with consumers. So we'll get into that a little bit. And then obviously we have semifinal week number 2 for Blendageddon. The final 4 will be complete. And then also as a bonus, we might have that wild card. I think I'm going to do the wild card tonight as well. So I could not get an extra. Judge tonight because a lot of the weather stuff going on, and I had a really crazy weekend. So between that and then some schedules changing, all you Blendageddon hopefuls, all you have is me tonight. So good luck. And with that, yes, let's let what's in the box or a little play. What's in the box? Okay. First up here, what do we have? Who do we have here? Amalgamation of Einstein for the win. That is Mr. Wise Guy Stu. He has a blend in the mix tonight. Nathan Jurgensen is here. He's got a little dusty turkey in the Glen. Nice to see you, man. Randall Erickson is here. Good evening, everyone. I'm enjoying the power outage in Virginia. Bourbon is keeping me warm. Yeah, for all of you folks in the Northeast that is getting hit by those really bad winter storms, really freezing cold temperatures. I hope you guys are staying warm. And for those of you that are power outages, man, hope that gets fixed sooner than later here. Adam Hess, what is going on? Sandeep Chima is here. We got Michael Whiskey Mathan Dirge. Good evening, all you wonderful whiskey people. The Peregrine is good. I hope the Peregrine is good because I entered the lottery about 2 hours ago. Yeah, we're gonna crack that one actually open first, so we'll get into that here quickly. Let's see here. Sandeep Chima, Stephen Walt is here. Cool running in the house. What's going on? Jason Cruitt, nice to see you, man. Dr. Sped is here. Samuel Fox and Odin's Double Oak in the Glen. Very, very nice. We got Mark S. in the house. What's up? May the Schwartz be with you. We got Jacob Dibwad is here. What's going on? Gary Franchi is here. Look at that beautiful photo. Standing next to, I think, that's not Jack Daniels. Who is that? I can't see who that statue is. That Jim Beam? Maybe that's Jim Beam. I think it's Jim Beam. Maurizio Pastanis is here. Cheers all. Cleaning snow kind of day. How about you all? SoCal Jake is here. Jeff Perkins. A-Brod's in the house. We got Michael Speakerman is here. Top Jimmy, as always. What is going on? We got James Lay. He's ready to go. As always. Who else? Mary S is here. What's going on, Mary? Whiskey Nose. What's going on, Marty Party? Ed Williams. What's going on? You brisket smoking son of a bitch. Evening, y'all. Cheers. Good luck to all the semifinalists tonight. What's going on? Adam Dorman. Finally cracking through to the semifinals. Let's see how he does tonight. Roger Reese is here. What's going on, Roger? Nice to see you as always. 4 Leaf Whiskey. Hi, how you doing there, Stacy? Norman Conklin is here. We got Henry Hickey. The Bourbon Coach. What's going on? Bourbon Tube Land. Love it. Kenneth Clark's here. John Vornick, Alec S. Ben Dram. What's going on, Benny? Nice to see you, man. Whiskey Juice is in the house. The juice is loose. Rare Breed is here. Eric Thompson drinking Little Book, The Infinite. Nice. Mark Body is here. What's going on, Mark? Cheers. Having a little Weller Antique 107 tonight. Nice to see you as always. William Hall. Paul P is here. Let's do this. Tim Romero. Larry 3R is here. Adam Hinson. Let's see. Said hi to Whiskey Juke. We got Oak and Agaves here. He goes, "You late? Am I late? Was I late? I wasn't late, was I?" Let's see here. Eric Sawyer's here. Happy Whiskey Wednesday, you crazy people. Nice to see you, Eric. As always, Whiskey Juice is here, and I'm just gonna scroll on to keep catching up because a lot more people are coming in here. Raging Irishman, Mark Emanecker, Tom Shanley, Mike M, 96 Milliman, and a bunch of other people coming in. Sanch DeBont, love that last blinds episode with the Bourbon Hunters. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Set up that blind tasting right here. Yeah, we had a good time with that one. So, all right, guys, let's dive right in. Let's get it started tonight. So first things first, I do want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching. As you can see in the top right corner of the screen, we just hit 96,000 subscribers as of today. So 4,000 away from the big milestone. We are getting close, and I am super excited for it. So we'll keep chugging along, and yeah, we'll keep doing it. So thanks for all the support, guys. It's been great. Really quick, I do want to thank all my patrons. I feel like I always forget to thank them, during these live streams. They're a big part of the channel, big part of just Whiskey Tube in general. They support not only me, but a lot of other channels. So it's great. So all the intense drummers out there, legendary epic drummers, beginner drummers, casual drummers, thank you to all of you guys for supporting the channel. Appreciate it. Let's see. Cool Running. Hey, Travis Robeson is here. There you go. And yeah, I'm trying to hit 250, says Oak and Agave. Hey, man, it's all about consistency. Just be consistent. Consistent content, good content. That always, and obviously you always have to have fun with it. The second it feels like it's a job. I mean, sometimes to me it does feel like a little bit of a job. And I think it kind of is, but at the same time, it's still a lot of fun. So whenever it stops being fun and it feels like a job, then you might have to change direction. That's the best advice I can give you. I'm looking forward to the live this year when Jason hits 100K. Yeah, it's going to be, I don't even know what I'm going to do. You guys might just watch me lose my mind up here. I don't even know. We have a blast as Oak and Agave. That's what counts. Let's see here. Cheers, Jason Whiskey friends. You're at 96. Yeah, we're at 96. We're getting there. All right, let's pour this Peregrine. So just got this sample from Found North. So as somebody stated in the chat, this is the latest lottery bottle that you can sign up for from Found North. And I will pull up the details here shortly. But I've already seen a bunch of, I realize that there are so many more, whiskey YouTube channels, bourbon channels, whatever it may be. But man, when I just Googled this and I was just looking for like the press release of it, I saw like at least 6 or 7 different videos of channels that I haven't even seen before that already did reviews on this. So, I mean, there is so much content out there now. It's crazy in a good way. I'm sure there's a lot of people doing some good content. Probably some people doing some not so great content. It's probably a mixed bag like there always is with anything. But again, as long as you find the person that your palate lines up with, that's all that matters. So let me grab this one here because I think it's right on the Found North site. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So let me grab this here. So this is a 3,345 bottle outrun. Okay, or outturn. Not sure if I think they spelled that wrong. Usually outturn it says, not outrun. 21 to 25-year-old whiskeys in this. And this is finished in cognac and new American oak cask. So cognac finish, new American oak cask. Man, that age statement's crazy. 114.2 proof, mash bill of 78 corn, 21% rye, and 1% malted barley. It's non-chill filtered, no additives, natural color. So this is... Okay, I want to see if there's anything else in here. So we added a ratio of cognac to new wood was about 60-40 in the 2024 edition. The ratio of cognac to new wood was just about 70-30 by creating an oilier foundation in the initial blend. Okay, there you go. Let's see. Let's see how this is, guys. Is it Canadian? Oh yeah, usually this stuff is Canadian. It's pretty light, so I'm guessing it is Canadian. Go with Peregrine. Components of maturation: 21 and 24-year-old rye blended with 23, 24, and 25-year-old corn whiskey. The 24-year rye was a key component in the original blend. It provided a substantial foundation of spice without astringency, allowing us to lean heavily into the rest of the blend for texture and viscosity. After 3 months of maturation in cognac and New American oak, all but one barrel were used to create the final blend. The resulting whiskey carries itself with elegance, dynamism, and vigor while shirking the slow build. Shirking, I guess that means getting rid of the slow build. Yeah, I'm guessing this is Canadian whiskey, so usually is. Not for resale sample. Distilled. Yep, distilled in Canada. That's all I needed to know. Okay, let's get into this one here a little bit. See what we get. And guys, again, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you're sipping on in the chat if you have not already. And let's kick off a great Wednesday night here. So the cognac, I do think, comes through a little bit. I get a nice buildup of nuttiness in the beginning, but then it hits with kind of this tart strawberry raspberry note. There's a almost a tart dark fruit in there. The rye spice is definitely prevalent too. You could tell there's some good spice here. Let me go back to the chat here. I'm sipping on Pursuit United Double Oak, says Tom Shanley. It's all Canadian. Love everything Found North puts out. I have Middle West Vino de Narant in the Glen right now, says Jason Crew. I love that. I love that whiskey. Lefroy 10 sherry cask here. Roscoe P. Coltrane going with the peated. Dude, that Lefroy 10 sherry is really good. Gotta say. I love peated sherry bombs. What battle have you unexpectedly been going back to a lot lately? Says 96 Milliman. It's a good question. I feel like it's a bottle that I have upstairs. I'm trying to think what it is. Actually, is it down here? Let's see. What bottle? What bottle is it? I mean, honestly, and this isn't just lately, but probably consistently over the last, I don't know, maybe 3 months, I keep pouring the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond, the 7-year. It's 7-year, right? Yeah. I don't know what it is about that bottle, but I just feel like it's gotten better, and it's just a nice, easy sipper when I'm kind of in the mood for something. Normally I'm going after Russell Reserve single barrels usually, but that one at 100 proof, it's just been, I don't know, it's just been kind of hitting the spot lately. I kind of dig it. Old Foe 1924 fresh crack from Jason P. Yeah, this gets a little bit more fruity. Now I'm picking up a little apricot in here. It definitely has a fruit forward and rye foundation that you get in the kind of in the beginnings of this, especially on the nose. But all right, let's give this a try. Cheers. Big punch of flavor there in the beginning. You get it immediately. As soon as it hits your palate, you get sweetness. It's almost like this cooked down, like raspberry strawberry combination. I do feel like there's still that nectarine in there, but then once it hits mid palate, little bit of a chocolate punch comes through. I'm still getting that nuttiness, I think, from the cognac, and then all of a sudden, the rye kicks on the back end. It's all spice. Really, really nice finish on this one, especially with you would think just it being 21% rye, it would actually be more of that. But this is a very sweet sipper, especially when you factor in the amount of corn that's in here as well. Yeah, second sip, you really get the cognac influence here. It's very fruit forward. It's very rich. It's almost grapey to a point. Really nice finish. This is nice. This is a really nice, well blended whiskey. This doesn't feel like a whiskey that's just been thrown together with a finish on it. There's definitely some care that's been because sometimes, you know, this has been happening a lot lately. You get whiskeys where the finish just feels like it's kind of just on top of the whiskey. It's not really integrated into the whiskey very well. So it's almost like you just kind of have a finish and you can almost taste that it's masking whatever like subpar whiskeys underneath. And I feel like you get that a lot in finishes, unfortunately. This, though, on the flip side of it, is a well integrated type of finished whiskey to me, because the flavors are throughout. It's not. It doesn't start as one thing and then ends as something unpleasing. It's a little bit more of a complete experience from front to back. So what is this going for? Is this going for what, 200? Enter lottery? Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be about $200. I got to be honest, I don't think this is a $200 whiskey. I mean, I do like the ages in here. It feels very spicy. I like the rye. I liked how integrated it is. I don't know. It's like you getting up to those $200 price points. You want something with a lot more depth to it. This has some depth, but you know, I want like that, a darker, richer experience. 225 plus shipping, man. It's very well blended. It's very cohesive. I love the rye spice on the back end. Good proof point here. Actually, the finish is probably the best part of this. I love the cognac. I love the cognac flavors up front, but the finish is what makes this whiskey. It's got a lot of spice to it, which is great. But I wish the front of the palate and to the mid palate had a little bit more heft and depth to it. I feel like it's missing a little bit of texture. Overall, for $225 with shipping, $250, whatever it's going to come out to. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more heft to it. That's probably my biggest gripe about this one. I just wish it had a little bit more of a texture, a heaviness. That it doesn't. But best part of it is definitely the finish. So let's see. A lot of 200 plus bottles aren't worth the price. The barrel 33 Canadian 140 proof was 200 and only 400 bottles. Cold weather plus used barrels equals sweet and thin, says Nathan Jurgensen. Yeah, Roman Carter says my reaction too. Dang, yeah, just like I've always loved what Found North does, but this one just isn't hitting the mark for me, especially for the price point. So I actually think I like the one before it better. Was it the Hoverhawk? I think I like the Hoverhawk a little bit better than that one. But hey, if you entered the lottery and you win, congrats. It's still a pretty good whiskey. I just don't think it's 200 plus good. If this was some price as Hoverhawk, I'd go in, but think I'll pass on this one. Thank you for your honesty. Black Bourbon family, what's going on? Jason and Brandy, nice to see you guys. Great work on the guys. I am not waxing poetic when I say how much I love this bourbon. I mean, look at the color of this thing. I mean, let's go to the cam. Let's go to the bottle cam. I mean, look at that thing. This has not been misrepresented or messed with at all. Like, you can't see through that. It's good, man. I know people will gripe about people will gripe a lot about the proof of it being only 100.2. But I'm sorry to say, nobody does low proof like Michter's does because of that really low entry proof and because of the way they toast and they char their barrels. But this thing and the viscosity of this is just on point. It's getting more dark fruit the more it opens up, more of like that tart black raspberry note I was picking up, the almond, the what was the other, and definitely some like cocoa powder and some chocolate. It was so good. So if any of you guys come across this, I'm telling you, grab one. You will not be sorry. And when you smell that thing, and you're going to think it's a lot older. Now, we don't know how old it is. It's a non-age stated whiskey, but I guarantee that thing is probably not that old. So, but it definitely smells and tastes like it. Compare it to the 2023 M10. Oh, that's a good idea. Could do that. All right, but before we do that, let's get into some of these boxes since we're kind of going through some samples here. Let's see what we got. I said we're going to open up some boxes. Here's the first one. I love when it says contains alcoholic beverages. Let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see if we have anything here we can review. First one up. This was pretty fun. I should do this more often, but I normally don't get a delivery like this today. This is, oh, forgot about this. Guys, we're about to get the first review, first impression of Heaven Hill. Anybody want to take a guess what it is? This is the Larceny Barrel Proof A125. Oh baby. Let's go to the bottle cam. There it is, guys. We have the Larceny Barrel Proof A125. We're going to pour this and we're going to do a quick review here. Let's get it. Cool. Been waiting for this one. Let's see how this is. 7-year bottle and bond Larceny. Yeah, there you go. Jacob called it. Now, these Larceny barrel proofs have been just getting better and better each year. So this should be cool. Enclosed is the first edition of Larceny Barrel Proof for 2025, the A125, which is bottled at 125 proof. So 125 proof on the dot. The edition will be followed by a B edition in May and a C edition in September. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Bourbon aged 6 to 8 years. Okay, 68 corn, 20% wheat, 12% malted barley. Suggested retail price is $64.99. Enjoy. All right. Thank you, Heaven Hill. But then controversial opinion, mellow corn is actually good. Adam Sheldon, I don't think mellow corn's bad at all. For $13, that stuff's good. So effectively no evaporation loss. I mean, it seems that way. I mean, it is batched. So these aren't single barrels. So whatever they batch together hit 125 on the dot. Super chats to win the remainder of the media samples. Well, I mean, I have to do a full review on this one first. So maybe in a couple weeks, I'll take all my remaining I have remaining sample bottles of Old Fitz 11-year, the Heaven Hill 19. So actually, that's a good idea. As I gather these up, I could do a whole super chat thing of kind of giving away all these extra bottles. Could definitely do that. All right, let's see what this one smells like here. This is so typical Heaven Hill DNA right here. Straight up nuttiness, peanut butter, caramel, kind of a Cracker Jack box. Would have been funny if it was Crown Royal caramel in the box. Oh man. Mellow corn is $20. Oh, $20? Yeah, I've seen it cheaper than that. So this one feels a lot more. So what I look for in the Larcenys now are not only those Heaven Hill DNA atypical notes where you get the nuttiness and you get some of that. Excuse me, you get the nuttiness, the caramel, a little hint of chocolate. But in these Larcenys, I really look for like a dark fruit note. Because I feel like the good ones have that. This one, I'm not really getting it too much. This one is straight up peanut shell, at least in the beginning. Need to take a sip of water here. Have you tried any of the Larceny single barrels, says Henry? I have. Actually did a pick of one. We tried 6 different single barrels. And all of them are very different. They're all, and there's different barrels that are aged on different campuses. So it's pretty interesting. love Larceny Barrel Proof C924 so much that I bought 3 bottles. Damn, Rich. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. There you go. Rich got 3 bottles of that. I mean, it was a good batch for sure, and it was the first time we saw the new bottle design, which I think looks really nice. All right, let's try it. This is like taking a bite of a peanut butter and honey sandwich on wheat bread. That is as plain and simple as I could tell you how it's definitely a sweeter. It's a sweeter take. Normally, like Larceny barrel proof, you will get it, and it's got a good amount of spice for a wheater. This is all freaking sweet and candy. Wow. Even at 125 proof. This is vanilla, honey, peanut butter all day long. Shoot, throw a little marshmallow on top of that. This is really sweet. I think it leans more into the nutty profile that Heaven Hill is known for, to be honest. But the sweetness that comes after, there's a lot of it. So if you like Heaven Hill, like really sweet, yeah, peanut brittle. Why did I even think peanut brittle, JG? That's a perfect, flavor descriptor for this one, peanut brittle. But I cannot, underemphasize the amount of honey I'm getting as well. There's a huge honey. So I mean, even if it's peanut brittle drizzled with honey, that's kind of what you get. Sounds like the last Booker's batch. Yeah, you know what? Jay Wetzel 314. Absolutely. This has a Booker Z profile to it. Totally. It so has a Booker Z profile. If Booker's was a wheater, it would taste like this. Yeah, for sure. So Larceny barrel proof A125 first impression. I dig it. I mean, you gotta like Booker's. You gotta like honey and those peanut flavors. If you're looking for a dark fruit, kind of that syrupy, sweet type of note that some of like the past Larceny's has, I think this is a little bit of a step back as far as complexity compared to like the B and C from last year or even the B and C from the year before. I don't think it has that type of complexity at all. It's a little bit of a step back from those batches. But what it has, if you kind of like those Booker's profiles, and it's kind of a nice little pour. I mean, but you have to like nuttiness. You have to like honey. Yeah, that peanut flavor, that peanut brittle flavor is strong with this one. El Yaki is here. What's up, El Yaki? It's greetings from Arizona. What's going on? You had me a peanut butter honey. Yeah, the bourbon coach. If that's what you like, you're gonna love this batch. So there you go. First impression. Larceny, that was a nice little gift today. There we go. See, all you guys that were tuning in, you didn't know I was going to open all these fun boxes. 387 people here already. Guys, hit that like button while you're here. Really appreciate it. And again, thanks for helping me hit 96,000 subscribers. We're going up, up, up. Oh, yeah, it's definitely better than Old Tub, Richie. I'll definitely take it over Old Tub. I would blend that puppy just because I like the under-over event. So is the next step ECBP and LBP to taste like Booker's and Booker's taste like ECBP? I hope not, but my problem with the Logic Craig Barrel Proof the last couple releases has been they're coming off just flat to me. There's flavor, it's got a high proof and I get it, but to me it's missing those just in your face, whether it be tons of brown sugar flavors, just whatever sets it apart. It's kind of missing that. It's turning into just kind of a good usual. And listen, Elijah Craig barrel proof, even if it's just a decent batch, is a lot better than a lot of the other stuff that we see out on the market, for maybe a little less or even more money than that. I get it. But when you're releasing 3 a year, the age statement, the whole value and the whole just the whole like mystique around Elijah Craig Barrel Proof and how good it was for the money, how good it is, or how good it could be, I should say. You know, you start to lose people a little bit. And then when you couple that with like prices going up and the way just people are buying these days, it's just not, it was kind of just bad timing all around, I think. But so I just hope that those batches get better. Is Old Tub going away? I actually heard it was, but you know, I hear a lot of stuff that's going away. Like Old Granddad 114 has been going away for the last like 10 years. It's supposed to be discontinued. It's been discontinued like 10 times and it's still on shelves. So I don't get it. All right, let's see what we got next here. This is from, this just says Elizabethtown, Kentucky. I don't know who this is from. Let's see what we got. I mean, you see Kentucky, you hope it's whiskey. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, OGD is not going away. That's why it kills me every time I see a video. OGD is being discontinued. No, it's not. Like that to me is just straight up clickbait. Oh, there's a bunch of samples in here. I'm gonna have to go through these. I'm not. What the heck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5, 6 samples in here. Let me open one of these samples and see what we got. That's from Orlando Bloom. Let's see what we got in here. And we have nice. Oh, these. Oh, I know what these are. These are those old school. These are those old school samples. This is some crazy stuff, guys. 1960s 128 proof Stag by Shenley. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff in here. I'm gonna have to do a whole like video just on these old samples. This is nuts. Okay, I'm gonna put that one away. Holy crap! All right, that one's staying aside because that sounds amazing. Let's see what else do we have. We have another big box here. This looks like a bottle of something. All right, let's see what we got in this box. Yeah, I think we got some Dusties in there. So let's see what this is. Oh, there's definitely a bottle in here. And I don't know what this is. Oh, I do know what this is. I remember what this is. Okay. So this is a rare character. This is one of those TKO bottles that were wildly popular this year or last year. Check out the label. There it is. Cappy's rare character, single barrel. There you go. It's a leg. it's a lamp. What a great lamp. No, it's a kind of a cool sticker there. These TKOs have been popping up on secondary and a couple of other places. So I got this from a buddy of mine and absolutely love it. So these TKOs that Rare Character was putting out were absolute hitters. So yeah. Should I open this and try it, or should I put this in the fundraiser at the end of Blendageddon? What do you think? What do you think? Can you still get those? I wanted to try. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Always a nice surprise when you get a bottle delivery and don't know what it is. What's TK? So TKO is like, so Rare Character has certain series that they release, and they have like letter codes for it. This is the like George Dickel rye barrels that were out there at Cast Strength that were really, really good. This is a 9-year fundraiser. Heard they restocked TKO barrels. Good luck opening that wax without a major injury. Heard they I'll take 15 minutes to yeah, this might take me 15 minutes to open this. So I think I'll do the same thing, guys. I think I'm going to put this aside and put this in the fundraiser. I think this will be a great bottle for someone to have as we raise money. So yeah, awesome. So I'm glad I got this one. Hey, bud, if we want to donate bottles to this fundraiser, how do we help out? Yeah, Henry, I will be creating a form to for people to sign up. So you'll see something from me soon. I will not be live next week. I will be traveling. So we're going to be doing a couple barrel picks. So I will not be going live next week because I'll be in Iowa, and then I'll also be in we're going to Iowa for Cedar Ridge, and then we're hitting Missouri to go to Ben Holiday. So those 2 picks, I'll be gone. So I won't be live. So a little bit of a break, and I have to take time to, plan the entire fundraiser anyway. So it might be a couple weeks before we do the finals, but you guys will see where you could donate bottles to as we get closer. So yeah, this one's going to the fundraiser, guys. Should be a pretty cool one. All right. By the way, speaking of the fundraiser, I also have, what do I have in the fundraiser right now? I have Baker's 13. I have a Wild Turkey 101 private select from the distillery. I have a Woodford double oaked, the new 700 milliliter bottle. We got one of those in there. What else is over there? I think I got a Middle West pick over there. I got a Russell's pick over there, and some other goodies that I'm working on. So yeah, it's been about 6 months since I've seen VOB 100 proof. That's why I was wondering. Cool to know. Cedar Ridge. I'll drink some Shoeless Joe. Yeah. Can you hit up Cat's Eye in Iowa? Get that. Yeah. Yeah, cool Ben Holiday. I live nearby. Throw in the 8-Weller SR you have sitting on a shelf somewhere. The 8 special Weller special reserves. I could put one of those in there. Yeah, I actually just use it for I like it just for like mixing. I like it for cocktails. Woodford Double Oaks is very good for the proof. It was very surprising how good it was. I'm in love with that leather strap. Jason, can I ask about Watershed? They recently got distro here, and I watched a video from like 3 years ago. Have you had their uncut, unfiltered? Says Jay will drink. Yeah, it's okay. Like, Watershed has been through so many changes. I think in the beginning when I first tried their stuff, I did not like it at all. Then they got Aaron Harris, who is now at Green River. He was their master distiller, and when he got there, he kind of changed everything around and made it way better than it was. They went back to a traditional mash bill. They were using spelt in the beginning. It was, kind of a callback to Ohio. Ohio, I guess, grows a lot of spelt, whatever it is, and they were using it in the whiskey, and it just was not doing great things to the whiskey. So I was like, all right, we'll see what happens with that brand. But once Aaron Harris came on board, he kind of switched it around, brought it back to a corn rye, barley mash bill, more traditional mash bill, switched it around, and I think it's been really good since then. As far as the newer releases, I can't say I've had anything recently. The cask strength I had was pretty good. I would like to see this stuff age up a little bit more. But yeah, I can't give you an accurate, go get their stuff now. I just haven't had anything relatively new from Watershed. Do they still do any spelt stuff? Think it would be cool. Aaron, it did not taste great. So, I mean, if that's what you like, then yeah, go for it. But it wasn't. Jason, are you still enduring original? You still endorsing original grain watches? Yeah, here and there. I don't do them all the time, but usually when they have specials that come out, especially around holidays, I'll do a video for them. They're great to work with. I love original grain. So I get a lot of like watch snobs in the comments that'll be like, "Oh, original grain is shit." Blah, blah, blah. Like, all right, I get it. Relax. We're not selling Rolexes here, guys. Calm down. What leather strap is he talking about? The leather strap. Oh, on the watch. Got it. Yeah, the leather strap on the watch. Yep. So, all right. What else do we got here? All right. So we opened that one. Let me see what else we got here. This one looks like a big box. Let's see what this one is. Opening the boxes. Kind of fun. One of these days, I'm going to open one of these boxes up live. There's going to be like a glitter bomb in it. And you guys will laugh at me. Oh, okay. Oh, guys, we might got something real good in here tonight. Now, I have no idea what's in here, but we got something from Green River. Green River is always whatever they send. It's always exciting. Let's see what we got here. Oh, yes. Okay. All right. So this is what Green River sent over. You just glitter bomb is coming from Whiskey Nose. Yeah, sure. Check it out. So Green River sent their new wheated bourbon single barrel foolproof. Now that's actually the one right in the middle there. So they also sent, which is kind of cool, they also sent the foolproof bourbon, which, I mean, I have a bottle of this, which is great. And they also sent just their regular wheated bourbon, just so we can compare. So, oh man, the focus is really off here. Okay, so let's pull out the wheated bourbon. This just got announced like not that long ago, so we're diving into this shit. This is so it says up here. Oh, let me get it back. Let me get the focus up back here. Focus up. Focus up. Focus up, camera. What the hell? There it goes. Okay. So it says here, raise your spirits with the new Green River Kentucky Straight Bourbon Single Barrel. Each barrel aged more than 5 years, selected for its distinct character. Tasted alongside Green River Full Proof, a batch strength expression of our core bourbon, and its 90 proof sibling to, okay, well, you know what? I'll actually try it against the regular, the Full Proof. Okay. All right, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. All right, let's do this. All right. And this is funny because this is actually one of the news stories for tonight. So Green River just announced this, that they are releasing a foolproof wheated bourbon single barrel selection. So now these wheated bourbons will be available to do single barrels of, you know, when you go to Green River. So this will be really cool to see. Yeah, I can't wait. So quick little note. I got to try this. It was this when I was in Kentucky, was it technically last year? I got to try a sample of the wheated bourbon at cast strength. Now it wasn't official yet at that time, but I remember it being pretty impressive for what it was. So let's try it out here. That's pretty cool that I was like in a news story and I actually got a sample bottle here tonight. This is pretty cool. All right, let's check it out. Okay, here we go. All right, Green River Wheater Full Proof comes out tomorrow at the distillery. Hoping to get there to snag one. Yes, Philip Travis. Actually, yeah, while we're kind of waiting, let me see if I can, where did the, that's not what I wanted. Where did the, yeah, that's what I wanted. Pretty sure I had the news story up here. Actually, no, it's not in here. So it's probably just in my mail account here. Pretty sure that they sent a press release out for it. Value Whiskeys, Found North. Yeah, I thought it was in the actual, let's see here. Green. Yep. Oh, here we go. So it says Green River has announced the launch of their new Kentucky Straight Wheated Single Barrel Bourbon. This is the newest release from the Heritage Distillery, offering the signatures yet smooth-bodied, full-bodied character on the brand's classic Kentucky recipe with a high-proof punch. Presented at barrel strength, these will range from 110 to 130 proof and aged a minimum of 5 years. Each Green River Kentucky Straight Wheated Single Barrel bursts with ripe apricot, tangerine. That's true. I get a lot of citrus and stone fruit on their wheater, so that does not surprise me. Each barrel is unique and offers distinct flavor profile. Okay, cool. Yep, general public beginning February 13th. That is tomorrow, exclusively at the Green River Distillery gift shop in Owensboro, Kentucky. All right. You do know a little real rye input will sort that blend. Green River Full Proof is the best value in bourbon right now, hands down. I would. It's hard to argue that, to be honest, Adam Dorman. That one thing that Green River has been killing it with, whether you like the whiskey or not, is the pricing. The pricing from Green River has been very, very welcome. Do you get that Maker's Weeded Funk on Green River Weeder? Says Josh Fritz. I don't. I get a lot of citrus on the. Oh yeah, I get it here too. So it does have that weedy profile, so that you definitely could smell the wheat grain for sure, especially on the full proof version here. But when it comes to like the overall flavors here, yeah, very reminiscent of the 90 proofer where there is a lot of citrus. I don't know about tangerine, but I definitely get a lot of orange peel for sure. Rare breed is head and shoulders above Green River Cask Strength, not even close. Yeah, I mean, I do think rare breed is still probably the standard for like an affordable barrel proof that people love to get, but Green River I don't think is that far behind, to be honest. Yeah, and for the Green River full proof single barrel with their non-weeder, yeah, those can be. I think some of the barrel picks I've had are like, I mean, I've liked a couple of those better than Stag and Stag Junior. I'm sorry, Stag Junior, not George T. Stag. Stag Junior / regular Stag, not George T. Stag. Want to make that clear. Because I mean, those things get to be like cherry bomb, super viscous and dark. Those things are getting to about 6-7 years now, which is kind of in the range of where Stag is. So yeah. All right, let's give this one a try, guys. Oh my God. This is now I get the nectarine and the peach and the orange. Hands down. This is straight up trolley peach rings, nectarine, and that the Del Monte fruit cup syrups in there. Was it Del Monte? Was that it? I think it was Del Monte. Remember the fruit cups with the little peaches and there was always it was a pineapple and then there was always one little cherry in there. I know we've talked about this before, but the syrup that's in there, that like corn syrup that would be soaking in, that's what it tastes like. Yeah, for sure. Man, and at cask strength, it's so much more pronounced in a good way. It's not overly peachy tangerine. There is some good spice here, being a weeder, especially at full proof. I tend to stay away from weeders due to that weeder funk. Just hesitate. Josh, this does not have any sort of like that sour, milky vibe that you get from Maker's Mark sometimes. Ed Williams, Fruit of the Loom? No, we're not talking about your underpants, Ed Williams. Come on. Yeah, fruit cocktail. Dole still makes. Oh, is it Dole? Yeah, Dole. Yep. Found out Full Proof has no legal standing. They can call it whatever they want, but most distilleries use it synonymously with entry proof. Exactly, Brian Mackey. Usually, Full Proof means entry proof. At least that's the correlation that that I have with it, which is what you mentioned there. So totally agree with you. Then you have cask strength, which is just what it comes out of the barrel as. But normally when you see full proof, it's the entry proof. But these are going to vary in proof. So not exactly full proof. Mm. So now that's it. The peach is still there, but now it's starting to take a back seat. Now there's more vanilla, more spice, more richness coming in. Man, what is that other little hint of something I'm getting in here? Mm. it's going to sound weird. It's almost like a little hint of like fruit punch. This is very fruit forward to me. Really, this is, wheated bourbons can be, super smooth, have a bright fruit note to it, like a strawberry, sometimes a raspberry. The older ones can get really, deep with those, heavy caramel notes, sometimes even getting into more of an almond type note. But this is an absolute fruit bomb. And I think like when you start tasting it in the beginning, this just hits you with peaches and nectarines and, you could make it a little argument for a little pineapple there as well. But as you keep sipping it, then all of a sudden it starts to integrate with like the heavy vanillas and some of the more, ubiquitous flavors you find across bourbon. So it's nice. I'm drinking a GR weeded single barrel right now, and it's citrus and berry forward, also with great spice. Yeah, I mean, Darrell, you kind of nailed it. That berry note that's starting to come through a little bit, that fruit punch note, that's what that berry note is I'm getting. It's so good. Another home run from Green River. Now, when you compare it to the regular foolproof here, the regular foolproof, I think, has some of that citrus as well, but this gets into more of a dark cherry, almost a little hint of a maple syrupy caramel place. So the differences here are pretty stark. So I think when you guys start trying this and putting these head to head, there's a real distinctive line between the wheater and the non-wheater. And I think that's what's going to make these cool. Now, what's going to make these really cool is being single barrels for this wheated bourbon. I'm really curious. Like, if I was going to tell you what is the foolproof wheater going to taste like, I would probably say it's going to taste something like this because I got so much citrus in it and a little bit peach when I first tried it. But now that we're going to get single barrels of this, what are those what's the drift going to be of the flavor profiles? Is it going to get more darker and more dark fruit, or is it going to get even more peachy, more tropical, or is it going to go in a whole nother direction? That's kind of the cool thing, when we get one of these new single barrels that enter the market, because now it's like the world is your oyster. Now we get to hunt these out, see what the flavor profiles are going to taste like. So this is exciting, and just kind of going off of, what the other releases were. Did they actually put a price on here? More information on the press release. $59.99, $60. Again, another great price. Another great price from Green River. $60. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Man, I'm glad I'm opening these boxes with you guys. Are they going to do non-single barrels of the wheater? Let's see what it says. A limited number of bottles will be available to the general public beginning tomorrow, as we stated. There will be in Owensboro and Bardstown Bourbon Company retail shops, at the distillery in Bardstown, and the tasting room in Louisville. So if you're in Louisville, Owensboro, or if you're in Bardstown, you could find this tomorrow. Let's see here. Yep, 70% corn, 21% wheat, 9% malted barley. That's the mash bill. Right now, it looks like it's just going to be single barrels. Just 100 barrels will be available in 2025, exclusively for purchase by the barrel to on and off premise retailers. Each retailer will be able to select their own unique. So we're just talking about single barrel offerings right now. Whether this becomes an on the shelf release like a standard foolproof, there's probably more production and more stuff that has to happen before that happens. So we'll see what happens down the line. But as far as just finding a cool single barrel wheated bourbon, this is going to be out there. So there's going to be 100 of them. I'm going down to Bardstown in March to pick a single barrel of Green River, and I so hope that this is in the mix. But we'll find out when we get there. All right. Good stuff. Man, it's been a good night so far. All right. Whiskey Nose. Jason, first impression. GR wheat better than the Larceny A125? Yes. I would say that. I think it's more interesting. You know why? It's not that the A125 is better. It's just that I feel like I've had that before, and it's not that I haven't had that with Heaven Hill, but I feel like it's kind of, I've had it with Booker's. The Foolproof is kind of a brighter, new type of flavor profile. I mean, I've had peaches before, you know, case in point. Hello again, Whiskey Friends, who's in the chat. Darrell's here, and Jeffrey Wack, and those guys. You know, they picked an incredible rye from Hard Truth, and that being a rye whiskey was like eating a bag of Trolley peach rings as well. Craziest profile. So the fact that you can get that in a wheated bourbon and a rye, depending on where it's aged and who's making it, I mean, sometimes that stuff's just crazy to me. But it's not a flavor profile you come across often. That Heaven Hill profile, kind of coinciding with a Booker's profile, we've had that before. We've seen that movie. It's nice to kind of have a little bit of a new movie. Just saying. So there you go. And you know what? You know, down the line, as those get older, I mean, it's a minimum of 5 years. Once those things hit 6, 7, 8 year, I mean, this could be a legit, you know, foolproof killer, Weller foolproof, and just Weller in general, you know. Redbreast 27 peaches? No, Redbreast 27 peaches taste like peaches soaked in honey, and it's just a lot deeper and richer. I think this is a little bit of a brighter peach, Aaron. I've had a Bee's Knee single barrel open for like 4 months and hated it. Finally opened it up and turned good tonight, says Nick Fold. Oh, nice. Only the regular. It's really good, kind of light, but okay, you guys are chatting with each other. Oh, mango. Mango's actually a good note too. You could probably find in that one as well. So yeah, yes, Del Monte. Oh, there was a Del Monte. See, I knew there was a Del Monte. Got to try Redbreast 27 for the second time last week. I'm actually talking to somebody who offered me a sample of the Redbreast Dream Cask that he got. So I'm hoping to get a sample of that for one of the upcoming live streams. So we'll try that. That's kind of a dream pour, you know, pun intended, which we have not tried before. All right, I got one more box left. Let's see what's in it. The first couple boxes have been kind of nice surprises. Oh, I think I know what this is. We got a couple of picks coming out here, and we'll kind of get into this one. This one's really packed heavy here. Let's see what else we got. Okay. All right, yeah, these are bottles here. Hold on. These are all wrapped up. Oh, my Lord. Woo. Okay. So these are 2 picks that we did back in July. I don't know if you guys remember when I told the whole story, how we went to MGP and we had about 85 samples, and we picked 11 barrels. A mix of Luxro, Penelope, and MGP barrels. And these are 2 of the barrels that we're going to be releasing here soon. So, all right, well, here's the thing. I have an old Ezra 7-year single barrel, and I have a stave finish collection Ezra Brooks. This is the Mocha stave, I believe. Mocha French oak stave. Which one do you guys want? I'm only going to open one. Which one do you guys want me to try? The Ezra. Oh, well, they're both Ezra. Just say bourbon or rye in the chat. It's an old Ezra 7-year straight rye, single barrel, and an Ezra stave finish collection. So bourbon or rye in the chat. What do you guys want me to try? Mark Hoyle, those are mine from Shared Pour. Mocha, says Adam Shelton. Rye, mocha, bourbon, mocha, bourbon. A lot of for the bourbon. Okay, we'll do the bourbon. So let's open this up. Now, we'll get a first impression of this. So this was a weird This was a very weird pick that we did. So how Lux Row does this is interesting. Sorry if this is loud, guys. Oh, okay. All right, so this is the Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey finished with toasted oak stave finishing imparts flavors of French oak and dark chocolate. This is the Shared Pour Creators 2024 pick. So there was there were 6 of us. It was Match and Journey. It was 21090, Dusty Dan, Bourbon of the Week, Stuff and Whiskey, and who was the other one? 21090. Did I say 21090? So we all went together to do all these crazy picks. It was nuts. Oh, I'm sorry, and it's Bourbon Night. Did I say Bourbon Night too? So we all went, did these picks, and how does the Green River stand up to the Larceny? I actually like the Green River a little better than the Larceny for sure. At least that Larceny. Now, if you're talking Larceny barrel proof, like C from last year or C from the year previous, the Larceny would have probably won that matchup just because of the darker flavors. But that Larceny A125 just has a very familiar flavor that I've had before. So surely we all know it has legs. Jason, who is the best looking on the pick, Aaron or Dan? Actually, Aaron wasn't there, so we'll say Dan. So what they do is they give you a single barrel of Ezra to choose. So it's like, okay, here are the 4 single barrels you have to choose from. And then they give you just a straight up whiskey that's only been matured in the French oak mocha. It's kind of like what you do at Maker's Mark in a way. And then what you do is you pour it into the barrel that you like, and you see how the mocha kind of changes it and how it can integrate together. I don't think that's really a great representation of what you're going to end up with, but here it is. So we'll see how it is. So these are going to be available throughout all the 6 groups. And I believe this was a short barrel, I think. And I think there's only like 12 bottles per group. It was a shorty. So let's see what we get. Now, obviously, you guys know Ezra Brooks, Lux Row, sourced from Heaven Hill. So we have a little Heaven Hilliness going on in here probably. So let's see what we got. That bottle looks dark. It's dark. Dan's a sexy beast, says Adam. So you just like when he spoons you, Adam. That's all. That's all what it is. Here is that's the color right there. Check it out. It is pretty dark. Has a nice color to it. Yeah, this is chocolate covered almonds right off the bat. I mean, I know it's the first pour, but there's definitely some oak, some spice, some chocolate, which is what you get from that mocha, that French oak mocha stave that they use. Oh, now we're starting to open up here. This is getting nice. All right, I'm gonna let that open up a little bit because I feel like it's a little bit tight. It's a little bit tight. It needs to open up a little bit. So let's go through a couple of news stories here because once we finish this, we're gonna get into Blendageddon, guys. It is almost that time, so hang with me. It's been a fun night so far, and let's get into this news story. This one kind of hit the whiskey sphere this week. Unfortunately, Barrel House 107 from Jack Daniel's collapsed. It looks like, and this kind of went around this was like blowing up my phone, and I kept getting notifications for this happening over at Jack Daniel's. Unfortunately, luckily nobody was hurt, but this warehouse partially collapsed just early Monday morning. This was reported by the Lynchburg Times. The partial collapse occurred at 5:40 a.m. Central Time, and there were no injuries. In a Facebook post, overnight, there was a partial collapse of Jack Daniel's Distillery Barrel House in Lynchburg, Tennessee. No individuals were inside the barrel house at the time, and there were no injuries to employees. We are working with the distillery and local officials to assess the damage. So as you can see the picture, This was shared by Barrelhouse 107 to X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter. The photo has yet to be confirmed by Jack Daniels that that's the actual photo of it, but this is the photo that was going around. This has been a rough start to 2025 for Brown-Forman. I mean, first you have the layoff of 12% of its international workforce, which is a little over 5,000 people that they laid off. Then you had the closure of the Louisville barrel making facility in April, weakened demand, higher price in raw materials. Brown-Forman is having a rough go of it, man. It has not been a great start to 2025 for them. So this bottle we've talked about Green River. We just kind of went through that release, dropping tomorrow. All right, Garrison Brothers. Garrison Brothers is dropping a special release. I think this one is actually for charity, which is kind of nice. Let me go back to it here. I do believe, Texas's first bourbon distillery is selling a limited edition cast strength version of a fan favorite for a good cause. On Tuesday, Garrison Brothers, Texas, first legal bourbon distillery, announced a continuation of its partnership with Texas Parks and Wildlife Foundation to work to conserve the state's wildlife, lands, and waters. The organization will team up on March 1st with an event at Garrison Brothers' sprawling high distillery. Starting at 8 a.m. that day, Garrison Brothers will release just 1,000 limited edition bottles of the Balmorea cast strength selected by master distiller Donis Todd from 11 single barrels. They will sell for $230 each, with $50 of each sale going to Texas Parks and the Wildlife Foundation. So there you go. Now, speaking of fundraising, this was a big one right here that hit. Pappy single barrels are going to be out there for auction. So Sazerac puts up a barrel of Pappy Van Winkle 15, Eagle Rare 25, and other whiskey gems in an auction to aid the LA fire victims. Now, Sazerac shared on Tuesday that the brand was hosting a fundraiser to support the victims from the wildfires in California, and the proceeds would be donated to World Central Kitchen and Another Rally. The whiskey brand is offering the first ever opportunity for buyers to bid on a single barrel of Pappy Van Winkle 15 year since Sazerac began its relationship with the Van Winkles in the early 2000s. The whiskey brand shared that the proceeds from the single barrel would be split between World Central Kitchen and Another Rally. Sazerac is additionally putting up a sweepstakes offering for a full bottle set of the Pappy Van Winkle bourbon collection, including 6 bourbons: the Old Rip 10-year, Pappy Van Winkle 12-year, Pappy Van Winkle Family Reserve Rye 13-year, Pappy Van Winkle 15, the 20, and the 23. The second sweepstakes Sazerac is offering involves 1 bottle of Buffalo Trace's Eagle Rare 25. This is the oldest Eagle Rare release, and it dropped as part of Buffalo Trace's 25-year-old Eagle Rare, which dropped in October of 2023. So if you guys want, you can go to the website here at Sazerac and get part. It said all entries must be submitted by 11:59 Eastern Time on Sunday, February 23rd. So if you guys want to get in on it, you can head to the Sazerac website now and get in on the madness. So good luck to anybody that does that. Also, kind of cool. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Augusta Buckner's, you can now mail order from them. So again, mail order becoming a bigger part of the whiskey universe. I believe they had a 10-year, a 15-year, and a couple of other high age statement offerings that you could buy. This 15-year single barrel was $319, so a big price there. And yeah, if you go to the Augusta website now, you can actually, I think there's a couple of age-stated offerings still available. But Augusta making that big announcement this week that if you like their products, you can actually order from them directly online. I think they're available in 41 different states that they are allowed to ship to. So if you guys are fans, hey, you can mail order it right to your door. And dropping today was this bottle, the Collector's Edition 20-year Kentucky Bourbon from Oakley. Again, remember, I don't know if you guys remember when I showed you that awful website. Well, this was made available on the awful website today at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. For $1,000, another bottle of this Heaven Hill 20-year Kentucky bourbon that's been going around, and it's sold out in seconds, in absolute seconds. I'll admit I tried to grab one of these just to have one and just to try it, but Yeah, by the time I checked out, they were already gone. I think there were under 100 bottles of this thing. So it got sold out really, really fast. But that kind of brings me to my whole discussion on bourbon pricing and the entire the divide that I am seeing, because it seems like whenever I do a review for a bottle that's $200 or more, people are worried about two things. They're worried about proof, and they're obviously worried about the price. Proof seems to be playing a bigger role in the pricing and what people are willing to pay more than ever before. I think it's kind of a trend that I'm seeing. I'm sure that it's been that way for quite a while. However, I feel like it's becoming even more of a part of the conversation whenever a whiskey review comes up. So, case in point, the Heaven Hill 19 that I reviewed, loved it. I said for $300, yeah, it's pricey. If you have the extra income for a 19-year-old wheat whiskey, I think it's actually really, really good. But I would never pay over retail for it. Now, whether or not people find it for, at retail, that's another story. But I still would never pay more than retail for it. 62 bottles. How much for the square rocks class? Yeah, I don't know. Freaking joke. Hard pass. It's back. Tried a GTS from 2008 last week. Phenomenal. Is that Buckner 15-year worth $320 before shipping and handling? CJ Miller. Again, there's single barrels. It's hard to tell, but I do believe that whiskey is mostly Barton. So if you like Barton whiskey, 1792, you like the Calumet stuff, that's probably what it's going to be close to. So really great article. And again, I want to call out the article from Breaking Bourbon, and I'll share my screen here for a quick second because I think it's important for you guys to see this article. So there it is. Will there be a bourbon price reckoning? So this is a really, really great read. This was written by Eric Hassman over at Breaking Bourbon. I love his writing. I think he does an absolutely great job at looking at the whiskey sphere and just what's happening. And he put a poll out and he said, what was the number one issue plaguing bourbon right now? Cost was 46%. Availability was 40%. Overproduction, 8%. Apathy was 6%. That was out of 2,494 votes. Everyone's looking at 2,500 votes. But interesting that cost kind of got into the conversation, which is pretty much the main thing. Now, he kind of leads off by saying limited edition whiskey pricing is a good barometer of the state of bourbon pricing as a whole. 2024, major Kentucky brands. King Kentucky was $350 in 2024. Wild Turkey Match Keep Triumph, $275. Russell Reserve 15-year, $250. Four Roses, $220. Old Forester Birthday, $200. Little Book The Infinite, $180. Cellar Age, $175. Parker's, $170. The Antique Collection at $150. Yes, price increases are nothing new, and bourbon is an expensive hobby. But these two paragraphs, I think, probably rang true the most. The truth of the matter is, if you can't afford a particular bottle of bourbon, there are plenty of other bourbons that can accommodate your budget, with plenty of brands facilitating anyone's budget. But why does that never feel satisfying? So how did it get to this point? Is there simply not enough of the good stuff to go around, so pricing simply reflects that reality? Or is there more good stuff than ever, and as a result, the gap in quality between more readily available bottles and high price limited releases is much smaller than it once was? Are we nearing the limit on how much many high price bottles the market can sustain? So to me, I think that was the biggest takeaway from the article, and I implore you guys to read it. It's a really good pulse on what's happening and what people are thinking about when it comes to pricing in bourbon. And this is what I'm seeing too, and I thought they articulated it perfectly. You have so much great bourbon that's on the market now that you could find bourbons on the shelf that are anywhere from $15 to $60 to $75, even getting to $150, maybe sometimes $200, depending on the bottle, like a Buckner's. But when people see a price now of like $300 or $400, there seems to be a very distinct cutoff of like, I am not spending that money on a bottle of bourbon, especially when it comes from a big distiller that they know they could get something cheaper for. So the gap between those affordable bottles that we're seeing on the shelf that are available, good quality, sometimes not so great quality, and that gap to a bottle like this, where we're seeing Oakley sell out a $1,000 bottle in about 30 seconds, is widening. You have people that are just fine and content to spend the money on that. And then you have the big players on the other side that are willing to spend something like $1,000 on a bottle to get something that nobody else has and something that's really unique and a one-off. And there's a lot of gap in the middle now. Like the people that wanted to spend 200, 250, 300 in the middle to get something that might not be as great as something they could find on the shelf. I feel like that group is shrinking, and it's shrinking fast. It's really interesting to see how these bourbon, the bourbon makers, the big distillers are going to react to this. Because I feel like if you keep pumping out $200, $300 whiskeys, it just seems like unless it's exceptional, unless it's exceptional, it's not going to go well. And a lot of other comments I'm getting is it better than Russell's 15? Like that seems to be the mark now. Is it better than Russell's 15? I'm not buying it. So in a way, Wild Turkey kind of like ruined the market last year because now everybody wants something as good or better than Russell's 15. And now that bottle being at $250 or plus than that, it's got to be better than that. But here's the caveat to all this. I know the same guys that complain about the pricing of a $200 bottle of 300. Like if you're complaining about Heaven Hill 19-year wheat whiskey for $300, you're the same guy that's going to go spend $300 or $400 on some Buffalo Trace product. It's going to happen. There are a lot of buyers that do that. They complain about one thing, but they are quick to pull the trigger on some overpriced Buffalo Trace product or like a Michter's 20-year and spend $3,000 on that. The thing is that, you know, again, comparing the whiskey gluts or whatever, you know, whatever era we're in whiskey, it's not the same thing as it was in the 80s. Now we have a lot better quality whiskey that people are willing to pay the money for if it comes out. But like I said, that gap has widened. All the bourbon curious people that wanted to buy $200 and $300 bourbons is shrinking. There's too much stuff out there from $15 all the way up to $200 that people can kind of pick and choose what they like. Those big price points, if you're in that $300-$400 range, I don't think it's going to sell in today's market unless you have something like a 20-year Heaven Hill that's like a short barrel of 60 bottles that's 20 years old that people are going to want to spend money for. It's an interesting pattern that I'm seeing, and I'm seeing it in the comments in all the videos. Nobody wants to pay that type of money for a high aged. I think they're fine with the high age, but the proof is also coming into factor as well. Like people were pissed in the comments that the Heaven Hill 19 wheat whiskey was only 100 proof. They're like, how dare they do that? If this was 120, if it was cast strength, I would buy it. So now we're not only looking at age and price, now we're looking at the proof point that's setting people on both sides. So yeah, just interesting. Let me see what people are saying here in the chat. Once you get out of 75 to 100 range, diminishing returns on quality. And Jeffrey Wack, I think that kind of says it perfectly. I think that's where we're at. I think people are looking for high quality. I think NDPs, you know, unless you have a very, you know, good connection with your crowd and your buyers, it's going to be tough to bring out some NDP that's not exceptional once it's past $150. Let's see. Stag was all over at least more than ever here in Wisconsin this week for $65. Yeah, and I'm hearing that too. Stag has been everywhere. Florida, Wisconsin. You could find it now. I think people are over it. I can't even think of a whiskey that's $300 retail I would even want. Their price per barrel is incredibly cheap, so they could push out 40,000 bottles of GTS per year at $120. Murray Hill release 4 better than Russell's 15, says Mark. Mark, you're just going to keep playing that banjo. I'm willing to spend $300 if it's available. If I get a bottle of Fountain Road Peregrine on Friday, it better be worth the $250. Well, you should go back and watch my review of it. It's not about the whiskey. It's about making out with strangers in hot tubs. Yeah. Is it better than Russell 15? I don't know. Someone should send me because that will let people know. The market is flooded with great quality bourbons that kick butt in blinds and are more appropriate prices. The craft distilleries are making the best stuff, says Diego G. Yeah, you could definitely make it you could make a case for that for sure. Jason still lost in Tanager. I would spend the retail for, but never have seen it yet. Yeah, Tanager is actually a really good. It's a really good example of an amazing whiskey that's only 5-6 years old with deep, rich flavor that could probably take out a lot of other whiskeys that are triple the price point. Let's see. It's crazy how much good stuff is out there for so much less. The new Limestone Farm 6 years amazing for only $40. Best bourbons and ryes and I've had have been less than $100. You guys remember those Doc Swinson's 15s? Jason C, you don't think the Oakley website had something to do with it? I mean, maybe. Will 11-year purple tops for 400 plus retail. Yeah, that's what I mean. It just let's see. And hitting the internet has been real good lately. Limestone Farm is a great example. That stuff will go through the roof. And right now, if you hunt online, you could get it at MSRP. Yeah. I feel like I'm always just chasing the experience I've had with bottles like Parker's Double R Blend, and most of the 200 bottles I drop usually don't come out close to as enjoyable. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I think everybody has a line in the sand that they're willing to spend, and that's fine. And I also said this on the review as well. If you don't want to buy the whiskey, don't buy it. I mean, all I could do is review the whiskey that's in front of me. I can't sit there and say, if I'm going to buy this whiskey, I'd pay $120 for it. And I'm talking about the Heaven Hill. It's never going to be $120. So why would I say I'd buy it for $120? I have to go off the prices that are in front of me, like what retail is. Now, like this Bomberger's, at 140, that thing is ridiculous for $140. And a lot of people would deem that as high, especially at the 100.2 proof point. And I get it. And I get that. But I think that's an amazingly great quality whiskey for the money, especially in today's market and what you get. Now, Heaven Hill 19, even though it's 100 proof, I understand why people had kind of a knee-jerk reaction to that one. But again, it's not like I never said like go overpay for it. I said if it's good at retail, I think it's really good for retail, but don't pay over retail for it. But I'm not going to sit here and say I'd pay 120 for it because that's not reality. So you'd say you'd pay 120 for the Heaven Hill 19 because that tells us what it punches like. Yeah, I mean, I could say that. I could say I wish it was this amount of money, but I actually thought the Heaven Hill was actually really good. So don't knee jerk me around, tough guy. Is Garrison Brothers worth their price point on any offering? Is the Cowboy bourbons that I've had have been absolute proof and flavor monsters, but it is all Texas. If you like Texas whiskey, you like the oak, funk, all of it, then you'll like the Cowboy bourbon. Jason C is hypnosis. He makes me buy whiskey. Yeah, it's one of those things that it's just prices are a huge topic in whiskey, and it's going to be really interesting to see how everything shifts in the market. So, all right, let's try this Ezra, then we'll get into Blendageddon. Yeah, I'm glad this opened up a little bit because it's all chocolate right now. This is chocolate covered almond still, but it's way more chocolatey. A little bit of a dark fruit in there too. Let's give it a try. Let's see how this pick turned out. Oh yeah, the French oak is there. This is a cinnamon chocolate fruit bomb. Raspberry, chocolate, cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice, all of it. The French oak definitely did its thing here. It actually might have added a little texture to it as well, but not a ton, but I think a little bit. Oh, it's chocolatey. This is good. All right. I feel better. This turned out really good. Unfortunately, my group will only get 12 bottles of this. So we're going to have to lottery the shit out of this bottle. But this is good. It almost has like a grapey finish on the back end. Almost like a grape jelly note that's coming through on the very back end of it. That's crazy. All right. These stave finishes, Well, that came out pretty good. That came out way better than I thought it would. 110 proof on these guys. These aren't cast strength. They do proof these down to 110, all of them. So interesting proof point on here as well. And it's got a lot of that French oak spice on it. All right. Let's see here. You mean 11 bottles now? No, this is 12 bottles after all the after I think everybody got their bottles. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I'm trying to think if there was anything else I need to talk about tonight. Let's see here. Tomorrow you guys may see a press release about me. So stay tuned. I can't talk about it yet too much, but I think tomorrow you will see a press release. Speaking of new whiskeys to the market. Just a little teaser, but you guys should see something, I think, hopefully, but we'll see how that goes. But I think tomorrow is going to be the big day, so I'm really looking forward to that. So, Calorian Sons, Clint Nolan, you and Barrel King. So now you're mysterious, sweet. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right, guys, it's time to find out who's making it to the finals in Blendageddon. That's right, guys. We have 6 more blends to go through. I'm going to get some water. I took little sips of everything tonight. I didn't want to blow my palate out. But we're about to have the defending champion, Darrell Stewart, get into this. Can any of these other blends take him out? We will find out. Sit tight. Here we go. All right, guys, welcome back. It is week 2 of the semifinals here in Blendageddon. That's right. Only 2 more weeks left, including tonight, before we have tonight and then we have the final week. But let's take a look at the blends in the mix tonight. So we have, did I upload the close-up one? Well, I have this look right here. And I think, where did the other one go? Damn it. I hate when that one doesn't upload. Oh, here it is. All right, so that was the full bracket. And as you could see, in this bracket, we have Jeffrey Wack, who made it through to the next round last week, along with Miro. So Cousins, which is Jeffrey Wack's blend, and Miro with his old Gary Carter blend. Now, tonight, here are the blenders we have. We have Adam Dorman, Jeff Perkins, Darrell Stewart, the defending champion. We have Wise Guy Stu, we have Matthew Smith, and then we have Justin Mills. So those are the blends that are going head-to-head tonight. So good luck to all of you guys. I have these in a random order. I'm not sure what blend is what, but I just kind of grabbed the glasses. These were poured blind, and now they're labeled underneath with the letters. So we're going to go through. So good luck to everybody, and we'll see how this goes. The Bourbon Coach with a $19.99 super chat. Let's effing go. 100K in. It's like good luck. Good luck to all tonight. Oh, in sight. I'm thinking that's what he was saying. Yeah, guys, if you haven't hit the like button below, please do. It definitely helps out the channel, helps people watch it and find me. So really appreciate that. Let's get a little background music going here. I need a little something to just kind of chill out to here. Playing. No, I don't hear that. All of a sudden, I don't hear the music. Is the music muted? All right, guess music's not working. All right, I'm just gonna leave it here then. Okay, I don't know why the music's not playing. I'm not doing that.
I recently.
Oh well, music's not working. Who cares? Do you guys hear it? You hear it? Why don't I hear it? Hold on a second. No, I got that. Yup. Okay. All right. Well, I don't hear it, so I'm not going to play it because it doesn't make sense. So, all right, here we go. Am I going like deaf live? What's happening? let me play something so I make sure.
I like it a lot.
Okay, I hear that. That works. I don't hear that. All right. You know, if you guys hear it, I'll let it play here lightly. So if you guys hear it, yeah, music was banging. It had voices. We hear it. Sounds like an Oompa Loompa band. I don't know what's happening. Okay. All right, first blend up here. Tiny sips my ass, can't even hear the music. Smoking fire, that's funny. Good volume, turn it up a little. That's good. That's good Muzak. Okay, I don't know what the hell you guys are hearing. You want it slightly louder? Okay, let me see if I'll make it slightly louder. How's that sound? A little better? Up 2 clicks. Is that a little better? All right, let's go to this first blend here, guys. Let's see what we got. All right, so, ooh. Let me see here. Okay, you guys are hearing it. I don't know why I'm not hearing it. That's weird. All right, good luck, everybody. Y'all deaf. Slap at the bass. Elevator metal. Okay. First glass here. You guys want me to let me know if you want me to change the track since I can't freaking hear the damn thing. All right, let me try it. The first one is really good. Extremely rich, dense, great mouthfeel here. Play some Rush, build it up. I wish I could play Rush. I would get so demonetized for playing Rush. This is a caramel honey cherry bomb here on the first one. It's really good. It's really rich. Love the texture of this one as well. Yeah, it's good stuff. Van Halen. Be cool to play Van Halen. So what'd you guys think of the Super Bowl? Anybody surprised? I was a little surprised. A little surprised how that game went down. I won a little money, but I lost a good amount of money just like trying to guess who was going to score some touchdowns. The Chiefs did nothing on offense, so that was pretty bad. But yeah, congrats to all the Eagles fans. Fly, Eagles, fly. Man, that is good. The first one already is coming out swinging. Yeah, Darrell's happy. Eagles got charged with murder on the Chiefs. I think they did. Have you tried any Old Soul cast rank picks lately? They have been delicious. No, I haven't, Rare Breed. Thanks for the thanks for the tip. I have to look around for that. FYO Chiefs. And the D has entered the chat. All right, so the first one is like bourbon candy. And it's just so good and rich and delicious. That one's really nice. It's got all the sweetness. It's got a nice long finish. Man, that's the first one coming off the bat. All right, let's go to number 2 here. Great googly moogly. Who are the chefs? All right, 2 is a little bit more, not as sweet. 2 has a little bit more of a, almost getting a little pencil shavings on here, kind of like that weird sawdust note that you get sometimes in whiskey. It's not always a bad thing. There is some sweetness behind it. Yeah, pretty sweet here too. Congrats on 96K subs, Jason, the Master Drum, 100K. Yeah, we're gonna hit it, man. I'm looking forward to it. NFC East is the beast of the NFL. Yeah, all of a sudden the NFC East, between the Commanders and the Eagles, the Dallas and the Giants, the Dallas is really, it's hard to watch. That whole team just implode every year. It makes me laugh. I enjoy it, but just saying. Happy the refs weren't the story. Yeah, me too. Happy the refs weren't the story either. But after that first call, everyone was like, oh, here we go. But it didn't really end up being anything because the Chiefs got flags all night. They were backing themselves up. It wasn't fun to watch. Everybody thought it was going to be a really great game. And I'm sure if you're an Eagles fan, it was a great game because you just saw them pound the shit out of the Chiefs. But for just whether it be viewers or casual viewers, it was kind of boring because the Chiefs did nothing at all. But for everybody that was like a Chief hater, it was like, oh, down with the Chiefs. You got your wish. All right, let's try number 2 here. Don't need another sip of that. That one hit weird coming off the first one. This one, ooh. This is just a straight up vanilla caramel toffee, almost borderline butterscotch you get on the palate here. That is my favorite flavor. I'm not getting it fully, but I feel like it's on its way there. Really good finish here. Not as long as the finish on the first one, but really good sweet flavors. This one's pretty delicious. Music sounds like the band in Home Alone with John Candy. Is it really? Is it polka music? Why can't I hear it? It's driving me nuts. Let's go to this is a good song. I like this song. If you guys are hearing the song that I like, then hopefully it's one that you like. It's got a good beat to it. There we go. All right. One more here. Congrats on 96K. I'm working to that 1K. Can't imagine being at 96 as Beach Sand Bourbon. Beach Sand, just put in the work, man. That's what it's about. Put in the work, build a great community like this. Be honest, and eventually you'll get there. I won't ever be regretful of how I got to 100,000 when I finally hit it, and the people that I met and that helped built the channel to get to 100K. I have no I don't know. When I look back on it, I have no regrets at all. No regrets. So Jason, it's been an amazing journey. It has been Richie Z. And Richie Z is actually one of those guys. He's been there from the beginning. He was like one of the first guys on my live stream. So Richie Z, man, cheers to you. So this also has a little bit of that dusty funk that you get with some oaky bourbons. I think that's coming into play here. We almost called it kind of like a mossy type of note that we've been seeing. It seems like the pattern. Anytime somebody used C923 in their blend, we were getting kind of like that mossy barrel note, and I feel like there's a little bit of that in that second glass. Top 5 Super Bowl halftime performances. Oh, we haven't done a top 5 in a while just because we've been so focused on Blendageddon. That's a good one. I have to go back and kind of think about it. I could tell you what my number 1 is, and it's not even close. It was Prince. It was the Prince halftime show. Was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. The fact that he got to sing Purple Rain in the rain, like, you can't make that shit up. Prince's halftime show was the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time. And I don't care what anybody says. It's not even close. You probably could put Michael Jackson as number 2, but I like Prince's more than Michael Jackson, but Prince was easily number 1. Michael Jackson's probably up there. Yeah, Raining During Purple Rain. Like you can't make that up. It's crazy. So here's the thing too is like, you know, people were complaining about the whole halftime show this year. And here's the thing that I'll say about it. I don't know a lot about, or I don't listen a lot to, what's his name? Why is his name escaping me? Oh yeah, U2 was great. Prince and Michael Jackson, yeah. Bruno Mars with the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I definitely think is definitely underrated. But Kendrick Lamar, that's the name I was thinking of. So here's the thing that I could appreciate about Kendrick Lamar. I feel like he has a kind of a throwback type of rap that I appreciate, where it's more storytelling, like kind of like my favorite old school 90s rappers, like Tribe Called Quest and some of those guys, and Dr. Dre and Big Papa and all those guys that felt like storytellers. Tupac. Now, whether or not you like that music, that's fine. But I'm just saying, as far as from a rap perspective, I could listen to those guys because I felt like they were telling stories. And I feel like Kendrick Lamar is that type of rapper where he tells stories. Now, here's the thing. I felt like he was rushing through his songs at the performance. It was really hard to kind of figure out what he was saying. And I know a lot of people complained about that. But there was also a lot of symbolism in a lot of the stuff that he was talking about. And I think a lot of folks that don't know his music, probably most of them missed that part of it. But I kind of watched this video where it kind of broke down all the different things that he talked about and all the different types of symbolism that he put into the show. A lot of digs at Drake, obviously, which I learned more about, which I thought was pretty hilarious once you learn about that stuff. But I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things where I could appreciate where the performance was coming from. But as a show overall, I just thought it was kind of boring. I mean, it was kind of cool, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't know the words and I don't really know the music as much, which makes it less fun for a lot of people. But from a performance perspective and like the messages he was trying to portray, I give him a lot of credit for that. And all the digs against Drake were hilarious, but I don't know. Overall, it's kind of like I could see why it's so polarizing. So, but I do, I could appreciate his storytelling. That's for sure. I'll take that 100% over that mumble rap shit that kids listen to these days. When you understand, I don't know what the hell they're saying. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why that shit is so popular. That mumble rap crap. A minor, yep. I think they should 86 the halftime show. Most people are going to the restrooms or food. Oh yeah, let's talk about commercials. What were some of the favorite commercials? I thought the Uber Eats one was brilliant with Matthew McConaughey when he was going, everything he wants you to be about food, and then he dresses up like Peyton Manning, goes Omaha steak. I thought that was pretty good. All right, let's go to number 3 here. Whew. Number 3 is dark, rich. Reminds me a little bit of the first one. A little bit of like that black cherry vibe. Definitely some, you know, kind of like orange peel. There's definitely a little bit of like a varnish note in here, like a wood varnish note here a little bit. Oh yeah, the Jeep one with Harrison Ford. That one was kind of cool. I could dig that one. Yeah, that was a pretty cool. Yeah, the Harry Met Sally one was pretty good. Oh. Man, number 3 is right on that cusp of getting to a point where it's just a little bit too varnishy, if that's a word. But that wood polish, no, that's real. That's a real word, man. Oh, yeah, the Shangela Post Malone. Adam Dorman coming in. Jason, just want to say thanks for hosting Blendageddon. Win or lose, creating your blend to compete in this competition is a blast, and listening to you try them takes that up another notch. Thanks again. Adam Dorman, thanks so much for the super chat, and good luck tonight. We'll see how yours does, man. Number 3 has a really nice finish. It's got a lot of deep, rich flavors. It's got this antique-y type of oak note to it. That's very interesting. Yeah, again, this is one of those that's on the border of that really funky, almost a dusty bourbon profile. Oh, the slots. That one was a good one, too. The slots was a good commercial. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what do y'all think of Harrison Ford and Glenmorangie? Oh, yeah. Harrison Ford's parting up with Glenmorangie. Yep. Don't know if it aired, but the Bud Light swear jar is hilarious. Was he Matt Damon famous? No, Ben Affleck. That's a shame. Yeah, the Dunkin' Donut commercial, I wasn't really like, I'm like, what is happening in this commercial for a little bit? But then, you know, it got pretty good. I like 3 a lot just because it's different and it's funky, but it's also extremely flavorful, and the finish on it is ridiculous. So far, 3 and 1 are bangers. So we'll get there. The Seal one was weird. No, weirdest commercial of the night goes to, was it the Pringles commercial? Was it the Pringles one with the tongue? Was that the Pringles commercial? What was the tongue one? I think that was the weirdest commercial. Seal, I think, was second, but the tongue one was really weird. Was that Pringles? Somebody remembers that damn thing. Oh yeah, the mustache one was kind of strange too. Oh, the mustache was Pringles. So what was the tongue one? Somebody remind me, because I was like watching that one. I'm like, what the hell's happening on this commercial? I don't remember what the tongue one was. All right, let's go to number 4. Oh, number 4. Whew. Number 4 is nice. Number 4 has an almost Buffalo Tracy stag vibe to it. Super sweet. Oh, the Coffee Mate one. The cold foam was the tongue. Like Coffee Mate does the commercials with like the little gingerbread guy, and all of a sudden you got people doing shit with their tongue. That was such a weird commercial. Yeah, the cowboy skin hat thing was so weird too. I didn't get that one. You know, I'm in marketing, so I like watching the commercial and trying to break them down. That one didn't connect for me. This one smells great. Number 4. Let's try it. Oh, 4 is. Oh, wow. Dude, 1, 3, and 4 they're all kind of similar in weird ways. They all have like that rich oak, almost varnishy note to it. Number 4, though, I think has a little bit more sweetness. Kind of leads into kind of like a cherry syrup type of note, especially on the back end of the palate. Good spice, good finish there. I think number 1 actually sells the best finish, though. Oh, yeah, the pizza roll when the alien gets killed in the door. That one was pretty good. Yeah. Ooh, scratch that. 4 has like a sneaky good finish. Dude, this is going to end up being a tougher bracket than I thought it was going to be. You guys got to remember, these blends have been sitting for weeks. So they've changed. They've either evolved, they've gotten better, and maybe some cases gotten worse. But honestly, out of the first 4, all 4 of these have been really good. Let's go to 5. Ooh, 5 is proofy. I swear AI directors have upped the commercial game over here. They seem mesmerizing. Feels like Doritos has had a Super Bowl commercial for like 30 years and running. Yeah, Doritos always has a great commercial. The Bud Light commercial with Shane Gillis was good. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, when they were doing the was it the cul-de-sac party? That one was good. And then Peyton Manning, showing up with the Bud Cooler trailer was pretty fun. Nathan Jurgensen, what would the drum key single barrel Super Bowl commercial look like? I don't know. I don't know. No, I think Doritos did have a commercial. Wasn't the Doritos commercial when he was like at the window and the aliens were trying to pull it like towards their ship? Wasn't that the Doritos commercial? I think there was a Doritos commercial, unless it was a different chip and I'm just thinking it's Doritos. The best thing I brought back was Smoke Eye Hill Barrel Proof. Get off the boot, Bill. The HOA is already breathing down my throat. All right, so 5 gets into more of a traditional type of flavor profile here. Man, a lot of orange. A lot of orange here. Orange spice. Try this one. Oh, syrupy too. Super syrupy. That number 5 probably has the best texture out of all of them so far. This thing coats your palate. That's a big thing. It's hard to blend that. You could blend all you want, but sometimes if you blend it and you don't get that texture and it comes out thin, yeah, it's but when you blend and it's syrupy like this, dude, number 5. This is going to be really rough. These are all good so far. Man, shit. I kind of wish I had a second judge because this one's tough. Okay. Last one. A little bit muted on the nose here on this one. Man, just another great nose here. Again, this is kind of going towards a little bit more traditional, a lot of vanilla, caramels, a little bit of spice. Picking up a little mint in here too, interestingly enough. Definitely some oak here. Let's give this one a try. Oh, that one went too far. That's the first one where that moldy, mossy, varnishy note, it went a little over the edge. So someone's blend, by sitting, it got a little too much, I think. Yep. Nope. That's going to be the first one out. It got too funky. Something I don't know whose that is, but something happened to this one. This is the D. Oh, man. Yeah, that one just got a little too far with it sitting, and something happened there. Already, Durrell. Uh-oh. Yep, this one got it. The nose is fantastic on it, but the palate got a little worse for the wear, I think. Yeah. I think it just melded too long, and it went in a bad way. This is letter D. So I'm already taking that one off the table just to make it a little bit easier for me. To kind of now I get to choose kind of between 5 here instead of 6. Darren Clary says, sorry, Darrell. Jason, where can I get that coffee mug at? Big Rocco, I got this at the Wild Turkey gift shop. I got it at the distillery. So I saw that thing immediately. I'm like, I'm using that for my live streams. Hell yeah. So I picked that thing up. All right, so 6 is out, whatever that one was. All right, let's go back through here and let's see if I can get this down to 2. Now, there are a few in here that are borderline, but there are a couple in here that I think are contenders here. So letter A, or the first one, I'm not sure what letter that. Oh, actually, it is letter A. But this first one, that thing is a banger. It gives me cherry, citrus, spice, long finish. A has the goods right now, for sure. This first one. Whiskey knows you are such an asshole. JG's must have slipped back in there. Damn, dude. I was giving JG a hard time. Wild Turkey displaces Star Wars. That mug will hold a lot of coffee. Exactly. I do. This mug pulls double duty as coffee and water. Yeah, A is good. Very good. Again, that syrupy quality it has. I don't know if the syrupy is number 4 here, but we'll get into that. Let's go to the second one. Oh, man, the second one is like, now I'm getting like maple, like pancakes on here, like syrup. It's crazy how much these change once you go back to them. Oh, man. That is so good. That is so good. Again, really syrupy. B's a beast. I don't know if any of these other ones are as good as B, or 2, I should say. I should stop. Again, these are mixed up. I know the first one is letter A, but I got to see how these letters shake out. But that second one, that's incredible. That is maple syrup and waffles and oh my God, all the goodness. All right, let me go to this one here. The D went limp. Jeffrey Whack. Jeffrey is watching intently. He wants to know who he's going against. Three is good. I don't know if it's as good as 2. I think 2 might have a straight up direct. Oh man, this number 4 too. This one, whatever this one is, number 4. Holy shit. Oh, number 4 is ridiculous. I think right now it's 2 and 4. Both of them have texture, finish, lots of flavor. Damn. Let me go to 5 here. 5 I like too. Yeah, 5 just doesn't have, man. Yeah, 5 compared to 2 and 4 is, even though it's a great blend, it's just a little thin. So I'm going to remove 5 here because I think these 4 are better. Now, remember, there is a wild card we're going to pick from these that are going to make it, that's going to go head to head with Mr. Adam. With what's the name of the blend here? I think it's the 7th inning stretch blend, right? Yeah, the 7th inning stretch blend. So I don't know if one is good though. But I think it's 2 and 4, man. 2, even after all these whiskeys I've tried tonight, 2 is just a beast. And then 4 is the same. It's 2 and 4. 2 and 4 are moving on. Now, These two are going to the finals. They are so good. And even in the context of just trying all these different whiskeys here, they're standing out. So that tells you something. All right, 2 and 4, making it. Now, 1 and 3 here. You know, which one is gonna kind of make it through to go against 7th inning stretch here? Man, 1 has gotten really floral. I'm gonna give it to 3 for sure. All right, so 3 is the wild card. That's gonna go up against the 7th inning stretch here from Adam. I'm gonna pour that in this glass. I'm not even gonna like kind of mess with what it is, but one of those two, these two, we're gonna go head to head in a little bit here, and that's gonna make it to the wild card. But these two right here, we'll find out what these are right now. So here's the moment of truth. We'll find out what gets eliminated. Wise Guy Sue says Durrell is 2 and Stu is 4. Well, let's see what we got here. So the first one that I eliminated that just got a little funky, it was the D. The D went limp, as we said. D belongs to, oh shit. Adam Dorman. Adam Dorman, man, I am so sorry. But your blend turned a little bit funky in my glass. Your Bernie's blend. So Adam Dorman, Bernie's blend is the first one to get eliminated. Damn, dude. Oh, focus. Sorry, guys. Focus. Let's try this again. There we go. Well, it's still doing it. Come on, freaking camera. There we go. All right, here we go. So, yeah, I'm so sorry, Adam Dorman, but damn, dude, you're I don't know what it was. You're this blend it got really funky sitting around. I don't know what happened there, unfortunately. So, but I do love your blend, Adam Dorman. That's probably the best blend that you've made in Blendageddon. So keep at it. And you know, I really do feel like that your blend will make it through eventually. Shit, I forgot the blends over there. Let me grab those real quick. Hopefully I don't fall on my ass. All right, so let's find out what was in Adam's blend here, because it was a very good blend. That's that one. That's that one. That's that one. All right, here we go. Bernie's blend. Adam's blend is one part Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A124. 1 part Green River Full Proof, 1 part Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof Shelt version, and 1 part Larceny Barrel Proof C923. Man, I mean, you put those all together, sounds great. But yeah, just something happened over the course of time. So, Adam, man, great blend, great components. Maybe if you toyed with some of the, I don't know, some of the other different components, you know, maybe the ratios. But yeah, it just turned into a really weird, funky finish on the back end of it. But an awesome blend overall. Okay. Let's go to the next one that was eliminated, which was, yeah, 1, 2, 3. Wait. Shit, now I'm mixed up. What happened? Oh no, this was the one. Nope, that's not it. Yep, that's the first one eliminated. This is that one. Am I in trouble here? Oh no, I'm good. What? Why is there an extra Glencairn here? What? I am all screwed up now, guys. I'm sorry. Why? Hold on. So there were 6. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, yours is over here. Adam Hinson, yours is there with this one. So you guys are done. But why do I have 3 here? Oh, I think they were okay. So I have 2 and 4. I think this was you poured Adam Hinson. Yeah, but I thought I poured it. Oh shit! But I thought I poured it over here. Why do I have it? What? Why is it here? The runner up was poured, but wasn't that over there? Someone run back the video to help Jason find the correct glasses. All right, well, we'll work this out here. This was also eliminated here. This was letter B. B belongs to. Let me taste this again here. B belongs to none other than shit. Wise Guy Stew, the amalgamation of Einstein. Wise Guy Stew, dude, amazing blend. I thought the maple pancake one, this one was eliminated. Okay, this one was eliminated. Oh yeah, it was. That was the A. All right, we're good. Thank God. All right. B was Wise Guy Stews, man. Dude, I'm so sorry, Wise Guy. I think what yours lacked a little bit was the finish, unfortunately. But let's see what was in your blend. It was a banger of a blend. But these other 2 that are in front of me are freaking no joke. Let's see here. The amalgamation of Einstein. Ratios given in parts and percentages. Oh, shit. Dude, he blended some crazy stuff here. We have Bardstown Amroot, 46%. ECBP B524. Oh, sorry. Focus. Focus up. I'm sorry, I keep messing with this focus, guys. Murray Hill Special Release. Oh, dude, he blended the Murray Hill Special Release. Remus Gatsby, and then Bardstown Disco 12, approximately 116 proof. Dude, you blended some bangers. That's crazy. I think ultimately the front of the palette and the mid palette was great, but the finish lacked compared to these 2. So there you go. The beauty of tasting blind. It crushes souls. Crushing souls here. Let's see what else we got. Letter A. Letter A was the other one we eliminated. Letter A belongs to. Oh my God. This belongs to Matthew Smith with his blend called Shelf Stable. Come on, focus up. Keep moving this. Matthew Smith, thank you so much. This blend was pretty delicious. I remember when I first had it. And there goes the focus again. Jesus Christmas, this thing. Blurry. Yeah, sorry, guys. I'm trying to fix the blurriness here. Okay. We're back. We back. Focus on me. Nope. Focus on me. Oh, maybe, you know what? These glasses might be doing it too. It's such a sensitive lens that it will focus up on stuff in the foreground. Let me push that aside. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let me move that. Okay. Everybody. Yeah. Oh my God. It's still doing it. What the fuck is happening? I'm going to have to, all right, stay there. I think it's focusing on the microphone. Stay there. Okay. All right. Matthew Smith. His blend was 60% rare breed, 20% Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye. Great addition there. And then he had 20% of Old Forester 1910. So blend name was called Shelf Stable. I would actually highly recommend you guys at home to try this blend. And it's actually really good. So again, 60% rare breed, 20% Jack Daniel's single barrel rye, and 20% Old Forester 1910. Those are the 3 components. This is a great blend. This might be like the JG blend from last year, where there's actually 3 really good attainable whiskeys that you could blend together. to create that. So there you go. I would try that one. It's actually a really good blend. Matt S. Well, I'll take it for the first time ever blending. Yeah, Matt. I mean, it's a really good blend, Matt. So congratulations on that. And that's one of those blends I feel like people probably have all three of those bottles at home already, and they could mess around with that blend. It's really good. So, hell yeah. That means that what we have left is Justin Mills with Sex Panther, Darrell freaking Stewart, the defending champion, with the Encore in here somewhere, and Jeff Perkins with his Sofa King blend. Now, we do have a head-to-head here with letter E and this one right here, which I poured. This was the one that this was Adam's blend, which was the 7th inning stretch. So we're just gonna go head-to-head right now. The winner of this moves on to the wild card, and then we'll find out whose blend is whose here. So on the nose, what is letter E actually? Let's see. All right. So I like the nose on letter E over 7th inning stretch, but let's go to the palate here. I'm going to start with 7th inning stretch. Dude. Oh. That is definitely 7th inning stretch. That went back to peanut butter. It's all peanut butter right now. It is spicy peanut butter. Let's go to this one here. Oh man. I don't know, dude. This one, there's more going on. It's more depth, bigger finish. Let me go back to this one here. Yeah. Bigger finish, better mouthfeel. I have to give it to whatever this one is. Adam Hinson, though. This blend, I can't wait to find out what it is. Unfortunately, you just missed making it to the wild card, Adam, unfortunately. But I'm going to have to give it to letter E here. Letter E belongs to Jeff Perkins with the Sofa King blend. That's going to make it to the finals. It's going to be the wild card, which means Darrell Stewart with the Encore and Justin Mills with Sex Panther are going to go head-to-head against Miro and Mr. Jeffrey Wack. Can Darrell Stewart friggin' repeat? We'll see. What do we have here? So, letter C and letter F. Letter C belonged to Sex Panther, and letter F was the Encore. Both of these are actually really close. These blends have probably the best textures that I've come across in Blendageddon. So congrats to all of you. Adam Hinson, let's look at what was in your blend, because I'm really curious how you got all this crazy peanut buttery goodness in here. So yeah, and I'm sorry, I totally ripped this apart. So 7th inning stretch. Ooh. Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm like, try this at home, but you have something in here that's well, I'll ask you, Adam. 7th inning stretch was 10% Jack Daniel's single barrel proof Shelfer, 15% Old Forester 1910. I think that's a 15. Oh no, I'm sorry, 25% Old Forester 1910, 25% Cooper's Craft 100 proof. And then to round it out was the 13th Colony Rye. So there you go. Another great blend. And Dude, I would never think that that combination would make it so peanut buttery. Adam, when you tried this, did you get as much peanut butter as I was getting? Because I got straight up peanut butter on yours, to be honest. So it was really good. So congrats to the Sofa King blend by Jeff Perkins. Darrell Stewart is going directly to the Final Four along with Justin Mills and Sex Panther. Guys, the bracket is set. It's going to be Justin Mills versus Darrell Stewart versus Miro versus Jeffrey Wack versus Jeff Perkins with the wild card. That is going to be the 5 blends that are going to get into the finals. We're going to see what comes up here as we plan this. I'm hoping to get Fred Minnick back on, maybe Nancy Fraley, maybe Matt from ADHD Whiskey. We will see what happens. But we have our final 5, I should say. Oh, damn. Focus. Come on. There we go. We have our final 5, folks. It's ready to go. Get ready. I'm drunk or you're blurry again. Yeah, it seemed to be blurry. Okay. It's all this stuff in the foreground. It's a sensitive lens. I should just put it on a static focus because it just keeps switching on me. See, now it focuses on my hand. There we go. I think the camera has been sipping the bourbon. I don't gamble. Somebody mind placing a prop for me, says Ernest Peacock. Who do you guys got early? Come on, man. Stop focusing on the papers. I'm moving this over here. All right. There we go. Who do you guys... What the hell? Who do you guys got early? Is it Darrell Stewart for the repeat? Jeffrey Wack to take him out? Who do you guys got? D Sizzle for the... Who's D Sizzle? Is that Darrell Stewart? I've never heard him called D Sizzle. That's interesting. Yeah, it's definitely the microphone. Turn the hat around so your face has more light. Should fix the focus. Repeat. I'm still going with JG for the win. Tough call, but I love me some Whack Attack. I guess we'll see. Darrell, because Eagles. Do you think there's a correlation between the Eagles winning the Super Bowl and Darrell being an Eagles fan? Drew Allen is voting for Sex Panther. That's an amazing name for a blend, though, I will say. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it a night. Remember, I am not live next week. I will be away doing some epic barrel picks. But thanks to all of you for tuning in tonight. We had a fun night, opened some great samples, some surprise samples, all the fun things. And, yeah, we're going to have a hell of a finals for Blendageddon this year. And I hope you guys enjoyed all the sample tasting. We got to try the Green River Foolproof Weeded. We got to try Larceny Barrel Proof A125. We got to try the stave finish Ezra that we did. And we got to try some epic blends here in Blendageddon. So congrats to everybody for moving on. And for all of you watching, as I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share with. Cheers. And I will see you in a couple weeks here on the Mass and Drum on Wednesday night. Cheers, guys. And for all of you Patreon folks, there is an after party. See you guys soon.